that I've pretty much announced already, so it's really not a surprise. I'm expecting... We are expecting our first child together, and I'm super stoked. We actually have been holding the secret for quite some time now. I thought I would come and film my first video for my personal channel today as well and share the news with my audience here. So yeah, there's a baby in my body. And today I'm 2 days away from being 4 months pregnant. It's interesting, I explained this in the video we posted on our family channel too. I didn't actually conceive 4 months ago. I know that's like TMI. But they actually track how far along you are based off of your last menstrual cycle. So based off my last menstrual cycle, Halloween, I am 4 months pregnant on Friday, which means I'm 1 month from being halfway there, and time is absolutely flying. They're predicting a due date of August 3rd, which is 2 days after my little sister's birthday, so I'm sure she's probably stoked. It's so funny because I've always like made fun of and talk a lot of noise about Leos because they're just so full of themselves, and now I'm about to birth one, so that's funny. Some people say your first time you're gonna be much later than they predict, but LJ, my husband, was actually like 3 weeks early, and he was his mom's first child, so we never really know. It could be a July baby, it could be an August baby, only time will tell. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. We actually won't find out until March 16th, which is a little over a month from today. We had our 3-month checkup, I guess 4-month checkup since it's only a few days from 4 months. Today, actually, when I'm filming this video, not when you see it, heard the heartbeat. Heartbeat is strong 160, and we don't know the sex. So we'll find out on that appointment. My mom is actually gonna come with us. She'll get the envelope, and then we're gonna come up with some way that we wanna reveal it. We're still thinking, teeter-tottering around the idea of doing it at our housewarming party, or we may do it in a more intimate fashion and then post a video about it. We don't really know yet. But by the end of March, we will know what is growing inside of my belly. Well, first trimester updates for any of my followers and subscribers who may be expecting, looking to be expecting here soon, who can relate because they've already had children, or any of my new viewers who maybe just are interested and want to know what's been going on. So I'll talk through a few of the updates for my first trimester and what it was like. I'm now at 4 months, so I'm obviously in my second trimester, but I wasn't ready to share the news yet, so I'm gonna backdate and talk about the first trimester. Symptoms. Symptoms for my first trimester were crazy. Not crazy like as bad as some may get them. I'm actually really, really fortunate because my pregnancy has been pretty smooth sailing if you compare. But for me, it's still a new experience, and my body did somewhat go into like shock. So they say your body is obviously growing a placenta, and your hormone levels are completely out of whack. So my metabolism shot through the roof. I already have a pretty decent metabolism. It's slowed a little bit since I've gotten older, but it's still pretty decent. So it shot through the roof from where it was normally. So I was starving all the time, eating all the time. And not on some, oh my God, I'm pregnant, eating for 2. It was just, oh my God, like my body is burning off all my calories so quickly. So I was very hungry, very sleepy. Like I literally had to come home from work every day and take a nap. And I get home from work around 5 or 6. So by then it's like the end of the day where I would just take a nap, but I had to take a nap or I couldn't cook. I couldn't get through the rest of the evening. I was sluggish, I was uncomfortable. So I would come home around 5 or 6, I would sleep till about 8 or 9 on a bad day. And then I would get up and cook, and then I'd be up super late. I already struggle with, I don't like to call it insomnia because I don't want to self-diagnose myself, but excuse me, I don't sleep very easily. Maybe it's just because I don't really want to go to sleep, so then I'm fighting my sleep, but that made it even worse. So I was up till about 2 or 3 a.m. and then getting up in the mornings was impossible. Like I was probably not at work until well after my normal time because my body was just like, no ma'am, not today. So definitely fatigued as I don't know what, in addition to being super hungry. So you would think with all that sleeping and all that eating that I would be gaining weight, but I actually lost weight my entire first trimester. Typically, well actually as of last year, I got back down to my like targeted normal weight of about 140 pounds. I actually gained weight. I was in the 155 range. I was just living life like real good and very happy, eating well. So I gained quite a bit of weight. I lost it and got back to my normal size. So I was about 140, and I think during my first trimester, I was dropping down into like the 135s, 134s. So I was losing quite a bit of weight, probably because my metabolism was going so fast. I was eating a lot, but probably not enough to maintain my size. Update since then, I've actually, like since I transitioned to my second trimester, I've actually gained my weight back and some. They say you're supposed to gain 1 to 2 pounds per month that you are, on average, some more, some less. And I've gained about 6 to 7 pounds. So since I'm at 4 months, that's about right on schedule. Should be around 8 pounds by the end of the 4th month. Cravings, I think your first trimester, you're honestly too early on to have cravings, but I have been wanting specific things more. So I'm not necessarily at the point where I'm like waking Larry up to go get me something at 2 a.m. But there are specific things that I think about and I'm like, ooh, I want it. Definitely spicy food, like hot fries, hot chips, hot Cheetos, hot anything junk food, I want. We did the ramen noodle challenge, I'll link it down below. I couldn't eat too many of those ramen noodles because I didn't know what it was gonna do to the baby. The baby can apparently taste, but just the smell of it made me want it because it was spicy. So I like spicy food right now. I'm also like really digging French fries, which is normal for me, but right now it's been like, ooh, I need some every day. I actually have to watch that because, I mean, obviously it's potatoes and grease. Pickles, I like pickles whether I'm pregnant or not, but I like to drink the juice just like as juice now that I'm pregnant more frequently. And what else? I like weird sauce combinations, like I eat ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together, and I like to like drench stuff in it. Or I like, today at work I had a bagel. It was jalapeno and cheese bagel, but I put jelly on it. I don't know, so maybe those things aren't weird. I feel like those are just normal me eating, but I'm eating and wanting it more. So it'll be interesting to watch how that changes. I'm starting to get a little bit of that nesting syndrome where I'm like, oh my God, there's so much stuff we don't have. There's so much stuff we need to do before I'm like ready to welcome a baby. But other than that, like I feel really good and I'm excited, and I think we're just like, I'm really like anxious, like, oh my God, I just wanna see what he or she looks like, even though I'm pretty sure it's a she. I dream about the baby often, which is like crazy because it's so vivid. That's another like symptom, I guess, of pregnancy is you have vivid dreams. If you nightmare, your nightmares are supposedly really vivid. Luckily, I have not nightmared. I've just dreamed and I can remember them and they're like as if they happened. Like yesterday, I dreamed that I had Wendy's chicken nuggets and like a Sonic, a Sonic milkshake, and I woke up and I literally thought like, where is that food? Where did I put that food down? Like as if I had actually purchased it. I don't know, that was random, but anyway, I remember it, and typically I don't ever really remember my dreams because I sleep so deep. See, medications, there's like things I cannot take. I do get really bad headaches, usually when I'm like hungry or when I've overworked myself or when I have not had enough water in the day, because I am using the restroom a lot, which is normal. And so if I'm not replacing those fluids with water, like my head starts to pound. But I can only take Tylenol. Tylenol does not do the trick, so I just rather not take anything. Also, I'm having really bad allergies. I think they say that's a symptom transitioning to second trimester, and the only thing that works is if I take the D version of an allergy medicine, like Allegra D or Claritin D, and you can't take those versions when you're pregnant. So I really can't take much of anything. I just have to drink water and pimp it out. What I will take, obviously, are prenatal pills. I first started on these one-a-days prenatal pills. I hope you can see these. And These are apparently like a really good version of a prenatal pill because they have all the different vitamins that are required of you when you're pregnant. And so I actually did a lot of research before I purchased a prenatal pill to make sure like I was getting every single thing I need. Otherwise, like I'm not gonna be taking all these vitamins, so I just wanted it all in one. But eventually, like for one, these are like horse pills. They're huge, which I've never really struggled taking a pill, so that wasn't a problem. But like as you can see, these are like really big pills. And then like even now, the smell of these started to mess me up. So I don't struggle with nausea, like throwing up. I read the title of what this is called. There's like a phobia, the fear of throwing up. I just can't remember what it is, but I fear throwing up. It just makes me want to hyperventilate thinking about it. And I start to think I'm gonna die. That sounds really dramatic, but it's a real life thing. And so I don't throw up ever, even when I'm hungover, I'm drunk, whatever, I don't throw up. But these make me nauseous. These are the only things that have made me really, really nauseous. Occasionally I'll get nauseous based off of the smell of like certain meats or anything, but usually chocolate can make it go away. But with these, like, I just can't. So I had to stop taking them. So for Christmas, Bubs put this in my stocking stuffer, and these are like sour, gummy prenatal vitamins. You do have to replace some of the vitamins that it's lacking within your diet because it isn't going to have everything that these one-a-days have because they just can't put it all in this little gummy formula. But they're much easier to take. They taste good, they digest better, and they don't make me nauseous. So I take these and I just like pray that I'm getting all my other nutrients via whatever else I'm eating throughout the day. Any trouble during my pregnancy thus far? Not really. Again, I haven't been dealing with severe nausea. I mean, I've been losing weight, but that's typically normal, so it didn't alert my doctor at all. The only trouble I did experience is back in December, about 4 weeks into my pregnancy, I did have a ruptured cyst, and I had to go to the emergency room. It was the worst pain I've ever experienced. It was completely paralyzing, and I don't know, I just don't wish that on anybody. And so we went to the emergency room, spent a few hours in there. They had to pump me with like something, I guess fluids to help me not feel the pain. But since I was pregnant, they couldn't give me certain medication. But they had to rule out that I was miscarrying. So that was like extremely scary to think, oh my God, you just got excited about having a baby and then you possibly are about to lose it. So I was actually really relieved to hear that I had a cyst and it just ruptured. I actually have another one on my left ovary. The one that ruptured is on my right ovary. They're actually very common. It's just you don't know if you have cysts unless you go to a doctor and they do an ultrasound. It's not something you're gonna see in like your annual pap smear or well woman's exam. They have to be able to look inside at your organs. Since I was having a baby, they did a transvaginal sonogram, and that's how they were able to identify I had cysts living on my ovaries. They're not cancerous, they're not big enough for them to remove. So they say usually they'll, like the ones that I have, at least the size I have, will either go away or they'll rupture, but they do have to watch it to make sure it's not growing or getting bigger or becoming cancerous at all. And so that's just what happened. That one ruptured and decided to leave my body, and I was so grateful when that pain went away and to know that the baby was okay. Other than that, I'm super excited. I feel good. I feel like I'm filling out in all the right places, so I'm really grateful for pregnancy in that way. And I'm praying it just gets better. They say 3rd trimester, some of the really tough symptoms make their way back. So I'm about to like milk being in my 2nd trimester, and I cannot wait to meet the baby. So I'm gonna be posting updates here regularly. I'm gonna do hauls and videos centered around this experience just because I personally want to document it for my family, but also because I'd love to share the experience with you all and those that are interested. So definitely stay tuned, subscribe if you're not already. Follow our family channel, I'll list it down below. We'll be doing some fun family things over on that side of the house. And then also add me on social media channels if you're interested in kind of following my day-to-day life and seeing some of the pictures and things that I share and post there. So thank you guys again for stopping back by my channel. Thank you for sharing in this exciting announcement and experience with me. I hope you'll stay tuned Comment any questions, thoughts you have down below. Hit the bell so that you can get notified of when I post my next update. In the meantime, I look forward to hearing from you guys and seeing you at my next video. Bye guys.